Hey, there we go. So you got to start it though. You got to take the hat off, and we got to.
Oh yes, yeah.
You're like, hey, welcome to With the Feck. With the, we're like twins. Yeah, welcome
or
to
like,
twins.
different ages present in the same time.
Oh yeah,
period.
yeah. Like there's a vortex, some type of time vortex happening.
Yeah.
This is the reason. Oh, well, first off, welcome to FAQ. What the Feck? Episode, whatever this is, Thursday, 4 o'clock, guitar prime time. Thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate everybody being here. Weekly question and answer show. You ask a question, we answer that question, and then we also demo some stuff. This week we have the new Catalinbread Tremol8.
Yes.
Tremol8?
Tremol8.
Tremol8. And we also have the Death by Audio...
Absolute Destruction.
Yes, and we have the Disaster Transport from Earthquaker Devices, which is not a new pedal.
Yeah, it's a reissue of one of their classics, but it's a limited reissue. So.
Yeah, there's only, how many of those? 3,500?
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was between 2,000 and 4,000 somewhere in there.
It's not very many.
Yeah, but yeah, not many of these.
Worldwide. Maybe even possibly interplanetary.
Yes. Well, yeah, as far as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you get the dueling
domes.
Yeah, dueling domes here. They call me Baldy Locks. So we're gonna play around with this stuff. We're gonna talk to you guys, shoot the breeze for an hour, and then we're gonna hand it off to our friends over at Texas Toast Guitars, who will talk guitars with you guys. Then they'll hand it over to Dylan Talks Tone, who talks tone with you guys. But you're gonna be here for now at Flipside Music,
yes.
The Great American Guitar Store.
Yes, part of Guitar Prime Time.
Yeah, today's what, June 1st?
It is, yeah, actually, which is crazy, but
yeah,
somehow it's already June 1st.
It's already June 1st somehow. So there's some madness. So say hello to, some folks. Paul McNary's here. How's it going, man? Jeff is in the house.
Mr. Doug.
Yep, Doug Santaniello's in here. He's all chewed up with mosquitoes. Slacker Deluxe, what's happening? Jacob and the Ghost, what's happening? Oh, Jacob says nice fresh cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, freshly shown. Well, I'm freshly shaven this morning. I don't know if Dylan shaved.
No, I just do this. I'm still just doing the trimmer for
You're still doing the stubbly thing until you go full on?
A little bit. Yeah, it sort of works. And I'll Jason Statham it until I can't any longer.
Yeah, well, as long as you got a little bit on the top.
Yeah, it's like
it doesn't look as creepy.
Yeah.
Mine, there's nothing left up there. So if it grows out,
yes,
it gets a little creepy looking. So it's just best to keep it tight.
Yeah.
It's warm in here too.
It is warm. I was gonna say.
I forgot to put the AC on. Anyway, who else is in here? Ben Coombs, what's happening? Ben Coombs, our preferred Canadian soda pop reviewer and guitar YouTuber.
Yes.
Alan Aldridge is in here. What? No pedal cam? It's coming. We got it.
Well, yeah, we don't have it.
Yeah,
on
it's right here.
Yeah. I figured you guys could see the whole logo for once.
Yeah, instead of just
instead of just the.
Or we could stick the pedal cam in the corner, up in the top corner.
Yeah, actually, that's probably that's not a bad idea. I could kind of move it up there.
Yeah, above your head, because nobody gives a shit.
That's a good point.
You know, I mean, they do, but they don't.
Well, yeah, it's mainly just so they can see what we're tweaking when we tweak it, but
right. Let's see what else. My knees are here. Stepped over my Flipside shirt this morning. It's on the floor until the next time I need to wear a
more clean shirt.
I've done that move before. It's like, this is the lesser of the dirty.
This one will pass.
Yeah, this is the lesser of the dirty shirts. I didn't really do much yesterday. This will be fine.
Right.
I've
only sweating it a little bit.
Yeah, it was fine. So, who else is here? Ben's here. I'm not shaving my head to work at Flipside. You don't have to. We got dudes that have hair, but we have tipped scales because it's me, you, and Gordo don't have any hair.
Well, what sucks is out of everybody, Ben included, technically, if we still had our hair, we would be killing it on the hair game.
Oh, yeah.
Because, obviously, people didn't always see my hair, the way it was, but it's, between years, you got the waves, I got the curls, even Gordo had curls.
Yeah, I had righteous hair back in the day.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say I guess that's the price. When you have nicer hair, you gotta lose it faster. Apparently,
Sucks.
it really does.
I still have phantom hair though. Every now and again, I
Yeah.
feel like it's still there.
Well, there's certain motions where like you get in the habit of when you have long hair that I still do every once in a while. Like certain things when you think you're gonna get because it was pretty common for me to get my hair caught in the seatbelt quite often. That was pretty common, and then so now the whole thing of having to pull your hair back when you get in the car, I don't think about that anymore. But every once in a while, I'll still get that urge to try to move the hair that's not there.
Yeah, no, you get it's phantom hair. It's like you lose your foot, you think your foot's there sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. So yeah, Gordo has no hair. Nor do you. Nor do
that's why I was telling
And Sam is pretty light.
Well,
except he lets his grow and kind of slicks it back.
Well, I was telling Nico earlier because it's you've got darker facial hair. I've got darker facial hair. So does Gordo. And so it's now when people, because one dude tried to call up the other day. He's like, "Hey man, I was talking with the taller guy, probably around 6 foot. He had darker beard, no hair." I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's 3 people. You still haven't narrowed it down." Yeah, and he kept going and adding qualifiers, and I'm like, "That still is."
Yeah, he's a big dude, big shoulders.
Yeah,
okay, that brings it down to 2.
Yeah, somewhere between 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
That's still
the 3 of us. Yeah.
And it's funny because we've had customers come in and ask, "Oh man, I was talking to you last time." I'm like, "Man, I have never seen you in my life."
Well, especially when they get adamant about it, which, like I said, I understand it, but people really do get very adamant about it.
Yeah, no, I talked to you, and I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I've never seen your face before."
Right.
Well, we had a guy the other day. If you were in on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if the guys told you. We had this guy come in kind of hot.
Oh.
And I was like, thank God I was here because you would have punched him in the face.
No, yeah.
Well, you would have
really wanted to. Yeah.
Well, the thing was, I was like, thank God Dylan wasn't here. And Gordo was like, yeah, because that dude. It was just the way the guy approached, and I know how it is with you.
Yeah,
if somebody approaches you hot with fresh out the gate, you're like, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, it's equal and excessive force is
force
returned.
field is out. This isn't going to go well.
Yeah.
And so he came. It was aggressive right out the gate, and I was like, all right.
What was it about?
And it was just some stupid stand. He got charged. We charged him for the inexpensive stand. He got charged for an upper stand.
Oh.
And he just wanted the difference. And I go, and he's like, well, there's, and I go, okay, so let me understand. You know how I do. Let me understand what the situation is. All right. And I go, no problem. We'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the guys did this. And I go, okay, we'll fix it for you. And he said something 3 times. I go,
well, see,
we're going to fix this problem. It's
Yeah.
not a big thing. And I think I made a joke like, dude, it's good. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
It's not going to put us out of business. We're good. We'll just make it right. And the guy, and then I could feel him kind of calm, Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
okay.
Well, but he was just, it was an odd interaction out the gate.
Well, no, there's been a fair amount of that lately, where I've already, especially the service dude. Like I said, don't need to get into it as much, but it is one of those things of usually when you've already taken care of it, it shouldn't really be a dispute anymore. And I do feel like a lot of people maybe don't always hear that initially.
Yeah.
Or at least they don't settle in that oh, you just took care of it, or you're saying you're going to take care of it.
I'm just going to...
they're expecting more of a pushback, and so they're all ready to go. And
right. Wait a minute, I'm not going to have to fight? No, there's no fight here.
Right.
This is not the battle.
Yeah, because I feel like I've run into that. Well, because the like you said, the natural tendency now, especially if it's not a big thing, is to just take care of it so it's not an issue. But I guess a lot of people are prepared and ready to throw down because that's what they're used to dealing with everywhere else they go. But.
Anyway, we're going off on a tangent.
Well, a lot of these guys worked retail at some point, or have other jobs where they can commiserate. So
kind of understand. So we get that now because it's just kind of funny. So people are hostile and want to expect a fight back. Welcome to social media, making it to the real world.
That is actually a really good point because people do often now engage as if the way that you can engage online is acceptable in real life, and it's it really isn't.
It's definitely not in our shop.
Well, yeah, because it's we in that regard we are very old school and direct is better, but it's a lot of times the way people a lot of social etiquettes have just gone down the tube.
Yeah.
But you pair that, like you said, with social media, or at least social media expectations.
Yeah, people think they can say shit without. You know, the old days, you'd say something and you had there was a percentage.
Yeah, you had to measure what. Yeah,
yeah, there was a percentage chance that you were going to get slapped in the face, or punched in the face. That percentage has gone considerably down because people just don't think that that's going to happen anymore because it doesn't necessarily. But we can also not have to. We don't have to take it verbally either. And it's like, listen, these guys have heard me where somebody says something and I will shoot right back. I'm not being mean. I'm not being
that's what I was going to say. Is like,
but I'm calling you out on your shit.
Well, yeah, and we are straight shooters, but we also kind of expect the same thing. So that's why, like, whenever, because like we do have certain people that do try to, pull weird moves at weird times when you're in the middle of a deal, and it's like that's not always a great thing with us, just because we are very straightforward. Yeah. So it's like we're telling you exactly like what most of the time we even tell you what we're going to do with your item.
Yeah,
like to the T.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's going to happen?
Yeah, so it's like that way we don't have anything clouded, but it, like I said, it does seem like people's expectations are just a little funky. And so I think when they do have a dose of old school when they come in, maybe they're not. Because all of us, even though we're all, even James, it's like, even though he's younger, we all, we still have some older school tendencies as a group. I think as a group, we're all kind of just that way. So.
Yeah, as a group, we're like, no.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just store stuff. So I'll give you a 2-minute, hey, Tim White's here too. Hey, what's happening?
We saw Tim the other day.
Sean is here as well. He's talking about patios and stuff. Anyway,
looks really
I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so quick update on the building stuff. Still in the process, permits. We're hoping maybe next week we'll have some progress. Right now, it's another
kind of hurrying up to wait.
Up to wait. Seems like every time we do one little bit of thing, we have weeks of waiting for something else to happen.
And none of the waiting can ever be at the same time.
Right. Can we stack the waiting? That would be great.
Can we just kind of bundle this waiting period?
Anyway, so that's where we're at with that. We'll hopefully by Thursday of next week we'll have an update. So in the meantime, we're going to get this thing kicked on and mess around with the new Catalinbread Tremol8.
I forgot it's on the other side of the pedal.
Tremol8? Is that a
Tremulate?
Is that how you're supposed to say it?
No, I don't. I'm just saying weird. I've been saying everything like weird today just for fun. You got to throw that in there.
Tremolate.
Yeah, Tremolate.
I mean, the 8 and the O, I get it, but is it...
Your undulating tremolo is,
Undulation.
Yeah.
Undulation. All right.
That's like the Lost Prince song.
Yeah.
Undulation.
Yeah.
Orange undulation.
It might as well be.
Instead of purple, right? Yeah. Orange undulation.
It looks like we got Brian Duncan's in the house.
Oh, see, that was a hard lay down. It's like thud.
Yeah, Andrew's doing that near last year or so.
Well, sometimes I think
it was I think it was her perception.
Sure.
Because her vision was going. I think she just didn't know how close she was, and I was like, honey, dude, be on the carpet at least.
I think with him, sometimes it's some days the husky wins, some days the corgi wins. Because when the husky wins, he just he'll even just batter his way through doors and stuff. Just
rah. All right, looks like we got Gary Redburn's in here. Slacker Deluxe. I said hello earlier. All right, well let's mess with some stuff.
Yeah.
Next week we may actually have another live stream happening on Friday, but we'll let you guys know.
Oh, okay.
Well, we might start a new thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try to start a new thing next week on Friday. So you guys mark your calendars. I don't know what time that's going to be yet, though.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. But anyway.
All right, pedal cam is there. I guess we might be able to get that. Okay.
All right. Also, well, I've been thinking about doing of us turning this into a podcast. I think we should.
I think we can do both. Yeah, I'll have to.
We got to
maybe
figure
just
it out.
run the. Yeah, I could run the recording of the audio portion separate while we're doing the rest of it. I think that would work.
Well, I'm saying we could just do it with all of it and just put it all up there. What do you guys think?
Well, no, we would, but I'm just saying the podcast part we would just put separate.
Oh yeah. We'd record everything and then just
Right.
Then we just do all the audio stuff. So.
Yeah, I forgot that. Only the live badge doesn't display for you guys, right? Honestly, I don't watch enough streams anymore to even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That should just be for okay.
I don't think that live is
okay.
So, 2 questions. One, would you guys like us to do this into a podcast type thing? Because I was thinking if we do this, we do the same stuff, very similar format, where we come on and just shoot the shit. Maybe it's a topic, and then we also sometimes we actually do demos. That way, if you're driving, you can actually hear the pedals. Or do you guys think we should do 2 separate things?
Oh yeah, like 2 separate shows.
Yeah, like one's kind of a shoot the shit, and then one's kind of a demo.
Yeah.
Or just combine them together, and that's what the podcast is. It's some questions, some demo.
Yeah, honestly, I would be more open to you guys kind of choosing the format because we kind of keep going back and forth on this, and I think it would be nice to have some input.
Yeah,
just so we know like what people actually would watch. Because I know like some people tell me that they like the live streams, but if they don't see it live, they don't watch it. Mm-hmm. And I get that because like it's kind of like when you know something's live, and especially the way we've been doing these pedal demos where you can ask questions or ask us to change things. I think people are having fun with that, but on the flip side, people are also telling me that they don't always like the rewatching it when it's not live. So, like, I kind of get that. That's where I feel like maybe the podcast part would come in.
Yeah,
as like that'd be an easier thing, like you said, leave on in the car or whatever it is. But
Sean says like it together. I'm usually driving when I tune.
Oh, okay. So he's kind of already kind of podcasting it, but via YouTube. Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe we kind of go that route.
Yeah.
And then also let us know about that little live thing.
Yeah, as long as
do you guys see that, or is that just for us?
That should be just for us, hopefully. But yeah, let me know as long as the pedal's not obstructed. If you guys can see it, fine.
And nothing here says you have time for 2 shows.
We don't yet. Once we're here, we would.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Here it's going to, but I'm thinking about making.
Well, that we're all kind
cutting out a couple hours on a Friday to come down here to do basically what I'm going to lay it out there before we get out this because we're all friends here, right?
Yeah.
We got the same handful of folks that tune in
Right.
with us every week, so it's just you guys are just hanging out with us anyway. So my idea is on Fridays to do a thing about used gear with stuff that we've gotten in the previous weeks. So hey, we got this cool guitar, we got this cool thing, and then just kind of showcase the used gear that we have for that week, and then maybe we do we offer maybe some free shipping or a free T-shirt if you get it, or this or that or the other thing, something to that effect. I haven't quite nailed it all down, but what do you guys think? Would that be cool? Kind of see what. And then we kind of release that gear though on that day, so we won't have it listed until we actually kind of get going.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. So yeah,
there's a lot of this. I got a lot of
hand
always with this.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like Alan Aldridge had a good like a longer form because I've also thought that too. Like, and we actually what Tim just said would sort of go into that too of keeping it tighter where. We do a longer format thing where like maybe part of it's the video and then we just transition into like the after hours part of it would just be podcast or something. Or maybe something along the, or we just do a lot longer format and we just, one part's video, one part's the podcast. If you want the whole thing in one thing, you could, but we could also just cut that like right in half too. So there's a couple ways we could do it, but I think we will have a lot easier time doing things more frequently once we're here because I've been hoping to for a while to do more of like either a Saturday or Sunday kind of show. Especially Saturday actually seems to be a good one because traffic's been so horrible that it just seems like it'd make more sense for me to just stay here a little longer on Saturday. And I know like Jake or James would join me occasionally on those days. So I think hopefully we can try to get it to where we have like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday slot of shows for you guys. Especially once we're here, it'll be easier. But
yeah, and I think Jeff, you basically got the gist. Yeah, we're gonna, we got used gear that we're trying to move, but I think it'd be cool to showcase it.
Yeah, or even just bring attention to like the pieces in particular that we think are pretty cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this guitar plays great, sounds great. Somebody should own it before it just sits and waits.
Yeah, and if it happens to be a piece you're interested in, that way you can just ask us right then and there. Hey, does it, how's it feel around here? How's it sound with this? Or
yeah, we could ask or answer the questions like, what do the frets look like?
Right.
This, that, and the other thing. How much does it weigh?
Yes. Yeah.
So I was reading Tim's statement.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we're going to wandering around.
Well, no, I mean, he has a good point, like the video part, and, even when we have, like, the Ziggy cam and shit like that, like, even when we're not doing things, it's still, it's still entertaining to a point, so I can see what he's saying, where, like, if we were to do a podcast, that might be something where we, kind of like we've been talking about, where if we were to take this and sort of put the table between us, you're on one side, I'm on the other, and then we just kind of have more of, like, a podcast version of this, I think that would be easier, because that way everything would be right there. If I got to dip out for a second, you're still in frame. I can
still do the talky bit.
Right, or you can play or whatever it is.
So we can still just shoot the shit. We can maybe just segment it into different segments of the show.
Yeah, we could have like the
intro of us shooting the shit, kind of like right now.
Yeah, the chat
and then we
portion.
transition. Yeah, we probably shoot the shit for a half hour.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever.
And
maybe
then do
a
the demo
topic,
part.
and then we go into the demo part. So we could actually just say, hey, if you want to jump forward, at 32 minutes.
Yeah, if
that's
you're
when we
somebody that
actually
just
start
wants to
doing
watch
some
the
stuff.
playing, you can, or if you want the chatting stuff too, because hopefully we're entertaining. I mean, I would like to think we are.
Yeah,
you guys do keep coming back, so hopefully that's a good sign.
We're much more entertaining in person, so you should come in the shop because that's when all
when
all the good dick jokes are happening.
Well, yeah,
because it's just definitely more fun in house when we're just doing that stuff.
Yes.
Rhodey's Jam Cave says probably missed the Friday show because he's usually at my Metalhead Hippie show. If we do when I'm doing the Friday one, it
Probably
might be earlier.
Yeah.
It may be earlier in the day, like 2 or. Yeah, because I might even think about doing a Tuesday morning show.
Almost like a news report, but for gear that comes in the shop.
Yeah, kind of. And I was thinking maybe around 2 because that would actually work into the day kind of perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking of actually doing a Tuesday thing, like in the morning, and I was going to consider it and call it Blues for Breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
And just kind of, because that's more what I like to play and maybe stuff that I'm working on or doing or just kind of noodling around with some bluesy stuff. So those of you that kind of like more blues playing, we can just shoot the breeze about what and just do some playing and screwing around. So
that is a good point. Because I think, if you're doing that kind of a thing, and then I think the Saturday thing will probably end up evolving into, whatever I happen to be, whatever I happen to be pursuing that week or whatever, and everybody can just kind of come along, I guess.
Yeah, they goes guy.
Well, that because because
more of the metal doomy stuff. Or whatever, because I can, we can do some of that too. I could jump in on a Saturday if I'm here.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I think it'll be good. Okay, so real quick, and then we'll switch over. I guess Jeff actually had a question. He said thoughts on the John 5 Telly, hype or usable. Does he mean the Squire version or like the full?
The new red one that everybody was.
I haven't. Okay.
There's a new white and red. It's really, really cool looking. It's a really, really cool looking guitar, and I think
honestly, with his
it'd be pretty rad.
Everything's utility with him, so I can't imagine it wouldn't be a very highly functional. I mean, usually most of his stuff always is because it's like he's pretty utilitarian when it comes to his tellies.
Such a monster.
So,
I think it looked very cool. The thing that turned me off was by like 2:00 in the afternoon, I was tired of seeing pictures of everybody and their brother with this stuff, and I was like, I've had enough. Anyway, so I think it's very cool. I don't remember what the price tag was, but if I remember right, it wasn't that cheap.
Oh, okay.
This is not a Squire.
It's not.
This is a full-on
signature. Okay, well that's cool.
So Jeff likes the blue stuff. I think Janice likes a lot of the blue stuff too. So it might be something I'm interested in doing because Tuesdays I might be getting in much earlier in the day, and it might be nice to just take a break, but do something early in the day. Maybe an hour or so, just mess around with a lick or a cool thing, or hey, check out this rhythm. I kind of dig it. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm still kind of like the Saturday thing. I've thought for a while would be fun too. Like if I'm not working on something specific, trying to pursue certain tones or sounds, kind of like what I always wanted to do back when we were kind of thinking of more videos, but I think maybe a little more freeform of like, hey, I heard this random tone in this song. We're gonna see if we can try to get to that spot by the end of the day or whatever, or the end of the hour.
All right.
Anyway,
I think that sounds good. So a lot of cool stuff coming up, I think, in the future as we progress as we go careening towards our new, our new spot here. But we're going to start to get things going in June. We're going to do the move. Hopefully we'll move in July 1st. But we're going to try to start to implement some of this stuff to at least get started. We might even do an acoustic corner, just so you guys know that there's going to be stuff coming up. And I think we're going to have to just make the time this month to start rolling with stuff.
Yeah, just see what sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, let me switch over.
Who's that? Is there somebody at the front door? Go get him. He's like, I'm just like, he's like,
They're
damn,
not that hostile.
he's like, I'm all right.
Um,
He's like, I'm a lover, not a biter. See what I did?
All right, cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's very versatile for a trem.
Yeah.
Like it added everything from kind of a reverb to kind of like old school kind of tube trem to
They're almost a little envelope filter
Yeah, like-
bit in there.
yeah, like Tim said,
Tim-
kind of had
yeah.
the Jerry thing for a bit. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm actually pretty impressed with that. It's cooler than
I
thought.
think this thing, there's a lot you could do with it.
Mhm.
So you can get a lot of mileage out of this.
Yeah.
But you're just going to have to spend a lot of time to figure out where and what you want to do.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things.
With
Like
it.
it does so many cool things that it not having presets, that would be like the only thing that
Well-
I feel like would.
I mean, yeah, it's programmed, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
what
I mean, like even then,
exactly
because
you
like you
tweak in there.
Well, because I felt like some of them were definitely more on the. Because like the space control seemed to be kind of a reverb or like the space that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them tended to be almost all that, and then some of them were all trem, and then there were others that were kind of a good combo of the two. So that's where I feel like it would be a little harder to know for sure. Here, buddy, come here.
So what are we running these things at right now?
Come here. Nope, wait.
Where are you going, Zig?
You trying to squish through? Okay. They can't see you though.
Where you going, buddy? They can see them. They can see the top part of them.
Oh yeah, there you
See
go.
right there. Look.
There we go.
Happy guy. Happy dude.
Yeah. Sean was asking how much it runs. I believe this one is $2.19, and it just released. I think we might have been a little late to the game, but it hasn't been out that long.
We've been just waiting to get it. So what happened was, what happened was, I ordered it. They sent the invoice, and then I totally spaced the invoice because I got into other things. Yeah, they're running like $2.19.
Okay.
Or $2.20.
Yeah.
I got tied up into other stuff and totally spaced the invoice. And then I'm like, where the heck's our damn Catalinbread order? And then I go back and go, oh yeah, I needed to pay for that. So that's what happened.
Okay. But yeah, that was a great one.
Easy thing.
Yeah, I think we got enough time. Let's. You think Death by Audio or the Earthquaker first?
I say Death by Audio.
Okay.
Because Earthquaker, we already know what that does.
Yeah.
So, had a nice little slapback sound there for a minute. Yeah, there's a lot we could do. There's a lot that could be done with this pedal. So I think this would be very useful for pretty much anybody. You know.
Well, if you're
like
into trem, it's a lot more than just a trem, which is cool.
Yeah, and you get a lot of mileage out of it.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Oh, he's just gonna shove his way through.
Yeah, that's all right. Good job, buddy. And then, so Aaron is here from Elvis Band and giving us a bunch of shit about the domes. It's Chrome Dome.
And it's
Thursday,
hot in here, yeah.
And it is a little bit warm in here. Forgot to put the AC on.
Oh.
Anyway, at least we got decently shaped heads.
Yes.
And then, let's see.
Destruction.
A lot of glare in the studio today. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Brad. Giving us shit. Yeah, there's a lot of, a lot of dome action. Ben Coombs is back. Yeah. So Aaron's bald too, so it all works out.
Yes. Oh yeah, I think that's what you were going to explain earlier. That is why we tend to have a variety of hats.
Yes, we have different hats because you got to keep the dome warm in certain situations.
That are covered.
Or covered, yeah. Nothing worse than not having hair and hitting your head against something like a rack in the warehouse.
Yeah.
You will see stars. I've seen it.
Okay, so we are going to try the Absolute Destruction. Just so you guys know, this thing is like kind of nuts in some areas. I don't know how long we'll go. We'll just kind of give you guys at least a flavor of it. But it is a very fun pedal, but it's one of those ones where like, you'd probably be choosing it for very distinct phrases or distinct parts, or you want to make some noise. It's not like an always on pedal. I don't think, but
yeah, and you could see, obviously by the controls. I mean, it's 3: a
Yes.
gain, an overload, and in.
Yes. All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and
It's
switch
funny
over.
because it's like in and then just an arrow.
Yeah, like how much do you
And
want
then
out?
And then a knob.
Right.
So we'll see what this thing does because I haven't played this thing at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard Gordo play it. I didn't get to try it myself yet, but like I said, it's just more on the spectrum of noise makers, but like the fun ones. So all right,
Let's see what
switch
noise
over.
we can make.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It does. Well, yeah. It's funny. Ben says it does the broken cable thing. I forgot who said that about the speakers, but I was gonna say, yeah, it has that broken speaker, dead cable, dead everything.
Yeah.
Absolute destruction is a good word for that because like if you just barely back off on it and it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you cranked it, it just literally sounded like those ray guns.
Yeah, it's
like, that was spaceship ray gun type shit going on. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for the Doomy bits,
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a
for
really
doing
good one.
Doom stuff down tuned, hell yeah. And then Patrick, what's happening, Patrick?
Yeah, we'll have to bring a bass over here, I guess.
Yeah. So I think on bass that would probably just be beastly.
It would, yeah, because that was pretty heavy in that fuzz. That ending fuzz spot though was great, like for just the set it and forget it fuzz too. That was a good one.
Yeah. I mean that thing sounded pretty
Yeah.
awesome as far as I was concerned. So.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what those are. What are those running?
Actually, you know what? We just got these in, so I don't.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
those
sure.
are.
Let me double check.
I don't want to speak out of turn. So
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let me make sure.
we're gonna check right now, but I think they're like 189, 199, somewhere in that general vicinity. I think, if I remember right, but
Absolute destruction. They're 180.
180.
Yeah, it's not bad actually.
Yeah.
I mean, considering you can get like kind of the broken dead battery thing, you can get the, just completely messed up octave fuzz sound, and you get a full on fuzz out of it too. So that's another one that's pretty versatile and not just a fuzz. I mean, it's kind of absolute destruction is a good word for it because it really did completely destroy the signal going in there. What was interesting too is like the more signal you added to it, the further you could pull that overload back and still get more out of it. So this would be a fun pedal to kind of throw at the end of your dirt chain if you just wanted something to just literally sound like you just broke your signel all of a sudden.
Just go way over the edge.
Yeah.
I think that would be. I would agree. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like we definitely don't have time for the Earthquaker pedal. Main thing though, I did want to let you guys know because we don't know. Whenever there's limited runs, we never know how fast they're going to go. Yes. So main thing we wanted to point out is we do have some of the disaster transports, the reissue. Like Ike said, I think they're doing like 3,500 or something. It's not very many.
Let's see if we can open her up. I don't know. It doesn't say on here.
So we got 4 of them, and we were kind of lucky to get those. So if anybody is interested in those, let us know or grab it through the website because
once they gone.
We generally, especially that particular one of their reissues. I know people have been looking forward to that one for a long time. So anyway, if you guys want it, let us know.
Yeah, and it's here in a sack.
Yes, we're not trying to do the salesman thing as much as we're trying to just warn you that like the limited run stuff is never a good idea to sit on. So
yeah, we've had people like, "Well, it's cool. I'll come back for it."
Yeah.
Okay, where is it? It's gone, man.
Right.
Well.
Things move a little faster for us than they used to. So.
Yeah, like you can't sit on gear like we used to.
Yes.
We tell people that all the time, and like Dylan said, it's like we're not trying to be salesman-y. We just know how shit rolls.
Yeah, no, it's a warning so that you don't get disappointed because we lose stuff. Like there's stuff that walks in that we don't get sometimes because we didn't pull the trigger fast enough. So.
Yep. Or it's like we'll have something that's been sitting for a bit, and you think it'll be here next week? I can't say. If you put money on it, it'll be here. If you don't, I can't say.
There's also chances are there's somebody out there just like you that also just found out about it. So.
Yeah, and it'll be one of those things where it's like, it should be fine, and then literally guy will walk out and we'll sell it the next day.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is what this thing. Oh shit! I guess we could do this, right?
If it'll focus, yeah. Well, it's a little delayed, but.
Yeah. Okay, that looks like shit.
You tried.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Look, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
There we go.
So that's what it looks like.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Just like the first one, which was
pretty
awesome pedal. If you guys have never tried it or anything, it's. I mean, that's kind of the standard setter for Earthquaker in terms of their delay stuff. That was kind of the OG one. So like the Ghost Echo, the Disaster Area, those are kind of the 2 pedals that set the foundation for like all the other ones that everybody loves, like the Avalanche Run and the Afterneath and all the other stuff that came after those 2.
Yeah. So if you need it, you know where to find it.
Yes.
Come and get it.
Yeah, and then I think the Absolute Destruction, I think we got 2 of those in. We also did get the new Disturbance. We played that last week, so if you guys want to hear that one. That one was a great pedal. Like I thought it was pretty stellar for what it was, and it for Death by Audio, I got to say that's probably again one of the most usable ones they've put out. That because a lot of their stuff usually you have depending on what you're into. I guess that's where the variability of how usable things are. I really like their stuff, so personally, in the tier of all of their stuff, it was probably one of the most flexible ones that they have. So, and I would say this one was, another one that kind of fits into that, noisemaker / fuzz. But I felt like there was a lot of good variety in between. So.
Yep. And we went over last week the VS Audio Platinum.
Yes, which we sold out of after the live stream. We will get more of those though, because that thing is phenomenal. So
yeah, we got more on the way. I already put the order in.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna be leaving Greece.
Yeah, tomorrow. I had James play because we were getting ready to send out that last one. So before it went, I had him plug in, and yeah, it's perfect for that. If you love '70s classic, style distortion, maybe early '80s like Hot Rodded Marshall stuff. That thing was pretty perfect.
I really like that pedal. I might grab one myself.
Yeah, because honestly, I personally, ever since we got LPD, I kind of stopped looking at Marshall in a box pedals because I feel like Lawrence is like too hard to argue with. I feel like his stuff is just on point. But this is the first one I've played in who knows how long where I was like, okay, this can actually hold its own weight with an LPD pedal or against an LPD pedal.
And I'm a big fan of like the Dirty Little Secret.
Yeah, I like that one.
The Lawrence pedals, and then the Platinum, it kind of does all the things.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're running right up to the line here.
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys coming out. Quentin James, I see you in there. Thanks. Who waiting on? Dale's going to be chiming in here the last minute because he always does. Yeah. He's waiting on the fringe. We know it. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Cruise over to Texas Toast Guitars. Check out those guys. After that, check out Dylan Talks Tone. And from me and Dylan here at Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store, we will catch you guys on the flip side. And hey, what's happening, Patrick? If I didn't say
later, Patrick. Yeah.
Yes, yes.